Vienna sausages, also known as Frankfurter, informally known as Frank, to your surprise, are actually made up of pork and beef, which is kind of weird because, strangely enough, the only thing these two animal meats have in common is their unique subscription to the Oneplategourmet for regular weekly content and the best ingredient recipes. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Oneplategourmet. Today will be a quarantine episode because we all should be staying home and staying safe. We'll be making some Vienna sausages, and we'll turn them into 3 different kinds of snacks. Let's begin, shall we? We'll be using some basil, some parsley, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some salt if necessary, black pepper, lettuce pre-chopped, 1 tomato, some cheese, and 3 different options of our starch. We'll have a baguette, open and closed bread, and a flatbread. And of course, our sausages. First, we'll prep our ingredients. So for the first one, we are going to just slice our tomatoes nice and uniformly. If you're not going to eat this design, then do not waste a tomato. Give it to someone who truly needs it. We're going to cut our sausages into 3 different ways: cubed, on the bias, and minced. For cubed, just shave off the edge like so with your knife, and then after that's done, go ahead and cube them by cutting them into small segments that are noticeable. On a bias, you just want to cut them on a bias, and then we shall mince the rest. Once this is done, we can prepare our sausages. First sausage. Take your cube sausages and begin to sear them for about 5 minutes till you start seeing some browning. Add some basil and your black pepper, and then just lit it up. That was bad. After that's done, we're going to oil up a pan and we're going to toast our bread. So just toast it on either side for a couple of minutes till it's brown and toasty. Season with salt and pepper for both sides, get that extra crispiness. Once that's done, take it aside. Now, carefully, watch this. We're going to assemble it. Boom, bam, pow, like that. Ready? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a sausage bread ready to be eaten with tomatoes. Unless you don't like tomatoes, then don't do this one. Let's move on to the next sausage. For this, we're going to toast our corn tortillas, about 3 of them. Don't worry if they're not small enough, just cut them out into smaller circles, perfectly small circles, and let them dry on some paper towels. Next, heat up 1 tablespoon of butter, and in you go with your biased sausages. For this, we're simply going to toast them till they're nice and brown on both sides. That's the only thing you need to do for this. No seasoning required, no salt, unless you love salt. But the sausages are pretty salty in their own right already. So please, take your time with this one. Do us a favor, don't oversalt them. Next, plating. Watch carefully. Lettuce, sausages, cheese. Boom. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now guys, this one was plain, but this one actually was my favorite. Next, sausage. For this, we'll start off with our tablespoon of butter. Nothing too fancy. Then in with our minced sausages. Then season with onion powder and garlic powder in that order. Mix them up, let them get to know each other before introducing an egg. Yes. Some of you might say, hey, why not whisk your egg before you add it in? Live on the edge a little, will you? Mix them up together till they're nice and mixed. Add in some black pepper, throw in that parsley in there. Mix it up a little more. The point is you want to toast these guys till they're nice and crispy. This one is the crispiest of them all. Add in some pepper jack cheese or cheese of your choice. Go ahead, don't let me tell you what to do. I'm only a cook on YouTube. Close it up and let that sit for about 5 minutes. Once that's done resting, we're going to open it back up to reveal some nice melted cheese. Then using your bench scraper or something that looks similar to what I have in hand, you're going to finely mince them into even mincier, finer pieces, because you want them small. We're going to let them toast a little more. Once they're toasted, time to plate. Now this one's the hardest of them all. Watch closely, don't miss it. Boom. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this might not seem like it, but this was the best dish. It was my favorite because it had eggs, and eggs are good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A quarantine special. Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you'd like to see the trailer for this episode, go ahead and click up here. If you want to see more, go ahead and click down there. And stay safe and quarantine and healthy and eat and cook. Join me. Stay home. Cook with me.